Hello and welcome to the Merle and Log Podcast. I'm Merle.
And I'm Locke.
Set sail and low expectations for everything nerd, accompanied by a healthy, albeit shameful, hoping to pointless banter, lack of focus, and questionably acquired knowledge.
And more.
And more. Welcome to Season 2.
Season 2!
The first topic of Season 2, you wanted to take the lead on this, Locke, so why don't you fill us in on what you're thinking?
The topic for the day is freebies. Given to you by games that we love most dearest, that we pay a lot of money for. And why shouldn't they give us free stuff? After all, within the year, we're probably paying over $100 grand total. Give us free stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do love me some freebies.
I mean, who wouldn't?
Honestly.
Duh.
But if we're going to pick a game specifically from the get-go, I do like the freebies that we get from Elder Scrolls Online. They have like little login bonuses throughout the month where if you log in every day for an entire month, you get all the rewards. Just a way of bringing you back to the game.
Just having you come into the server alone is just like, oh, here you go. Have a goodie. Thank you for your service. Which there are few games that follow that kind of mechanic or strategy, however you want to look at it, I guess. And ESO being the biggest one, which has given us a lot of really good stuff lately. We've acquired a massive house.
Player housing has been pretty solid for ESO.
We've received mounts. I would say kind of expansions. So like if you do decide to subscribe, you get these currencies. Those currencies can then be used to purchase other goodies. I mean, it doesn't have to be expansions, but it could be other goodies, house items, appearance, mounts, what have you.
So they're pretty good about their premium subscription where, yeah, they give you that in-game currency alongside of your subscription so that you can buy all the expansions if you wanted to alongside, so you don't have to spend extra money. And premium comes with all these extra perks as far as like bank space, crafting materials. It gives you a whole bunch of free storage for all that. I do like their premium subscription. Every month too, if you're a premium member, you get some kind of free piece of furniture. It's always like just a little doodad or something to put in your house. Usually, sometimes it's mounts or sometimes it's, I don't know. I think that might be it. I don't quite recall. But yeah, like you were saying with DLCs as well, sometimes they'll do these particular events where if you complete certain objectives or get certain achievements, you'll get free access or a free DLC for your efforts, which is pretty invaluable, I think. Like, so you don't have to pay money if you just do these in-game achievements.
Put just a little bit of time and effort into the game and you shall receive some goodies.
A whole DLC.
A whole DLC where you can possibly acquire more goodies.
The last one I remember them doing, I think it was like a Thieves Guild DLC or something like that. They gave it out for free if you had certain achievements. As far as other games go, I know we've got allotted to ESO now, but I mean...
I did want to say that there's only one other game that I can think of that uses that kind of paradigm. It's Star Wars: The Old Republic. It uses a similar thing. It doesn't do as much as ESO does, because I mean ESO is much bigger, has a bigger fan base than Star Wars: The Old Republic. If you're subscribed, you also get in-game currency, which can be used to buy other cosmetics, in-game housing. Not as much DLC, because there's only been a couple of DLCs, and every time you subscribe, you get the most up-to-date stuff.
There's not as many people into Star Wars: The Old Republic, so they haven't had much freedom to do those kinds of things, whereas with ESO, they make a lot of money. They're able to do all these cool extra things for the player base, which is awesome, and we certainly appreciate it. As far as a game like World of Warcraft goes, is there any freebies that you can think of that we get from that game?
Not really. Unfortunately, I mean, because it cost to already subscribe to the game. If you don't subscribe, you can only play up to level 20, and you have limited stuff that you're able to do. You don't really get any freebies that way. I mean, if you play their associated games, like if you go to Hearthstone, you might be able to get something for World of Warcraft for your troubles.
True. But also, if we are to consider when we play World of Warcraft, right, it's already ingrained in the game to get freebies here and there. They have this trader outpost that they opened up, and if you complete certain activities within the game, you get rewarded with this currency for the trader's outpost, and then you can cash in that currency to buy cosmetics.
You could say that kind of is a freebie, but that's kind of a tit for tat. You got to put a certain amount of time to get said freebie. But is there anything that they truly just say, congratulations, thanks for just opening up the game, here's something for your troubles? Not really. They don't really do that.
I'm less willing to complain about it just because
It's because it's something that we think of fondly. We play it, we enjoy it. We don't want to talk smack.
I think the thing is that it's so nostalgic for us, the fact that we grind out and get all of these cosmetics and mounts, and we put in a lot of work and effort into these things.
Right.
So we're more willing to defend it, I think. But I do completely understand from the outside looking in, it does kind of suck that you can go into these other games and be given these things, whereas with World of Warcraft you have to put a little bit more into it.
At the very least, now I could see them establishing once they get enough stuff going, like especially now that they plan on doing the player housing that we've talked about, opening up a possible daily login kind of thing. And it doesn't always have to be for a mount or something, but it could be for some in-game currencies or maybe some reputation or something. Because after all, we'd know that the rep grind in World of Warcraft can be absolutely mind-numbing.
Let's consider this whole freebie thing, the fact that so many games are doing this. As far as I remember before, it's not something that we've really had before. And it's like this new ongoing thing that companies, I suppose, are starting to find that it does keep bringing people back. It gives them an excuse to come back and claim these things. Keeps people engaged and interested. I know when ESO does it, it gets me a lot. I'll look at the rewards for the month and I'll be like, oh, if I log in every day for like 20 days, I'll get this really cool cosmetic or a mount or whatever. And I'm like, okay, so every day I will log in and I'll claim all these rewards. They get me. They get their hooks in me, and I'll start logging in all the time. I feel like companies are more and more starting to realize this is definitely a pretty solid plan to keep rewarding players for just simply coming back.
But would you say that this is something that we should see more of, that you would like to see for certain games? I'm trying to think of some other games that we also play that might be able to utilize in something like this.
I know one thing that has gotten me quite a few times is the Twitch rewards.
Ugh, yeah.
Okay, so this has gotten me. If you log into Twitch, you can look up like rewards that are being handed out for particular games. And if you watch a streamer and they're like, I don't know if you have to be partnered, or there's a partnering in some respect.
I believe that there's something that you have to sign up for in order to be able to distribute, what do they call it, drops.
And if you watch that streamer on that particular game, you'll get these in-game rewards. If you link your account and everything to Twitch, you'll get those in-game rewards for watching that streamer for a particular amount of time. That has worked on me quite a few times because I've seen drops that Twitch has given out, and I'm like, oh, those are pretty neat. Admittedly, I don't really watch the streamer. I just have it playing in the background on mute while I'm playing that game in which I'm watching, because like it kind of gets me in the mood for it, trying to get that reward. That brings me back, at least. I'm sure it works for many other people as well.
See, it hasn't worked for me. I mean, I've tried it, but I cannot see the appeal. I get that it brings people to Twitch as well, brings views to whoever may be the Twitch streamer, but I just don't see the appeal. I tune out. My phone might die. I'm not sold on it. I will continue just playing my game because whatever rewards that they give for Twitch, sorry to say Twitch, but it's just not appealing. You just give me a purple item and you're like, cool, it's a Twitch item now. It's not always a cool thing.
Yeah, you have to make sure it's worth your time because like I've done it for Diablo a few times where I've gotten like mounts and stuff, and that's been very much worth my time. I've done it for Sea of Thieves as well. Admittedly, those rewards aren't the best, but you know, I thought they were cool enough that I would have it running in the background so that I can get those rewards. I know ESO has done it quite a few times as well. I can't for the life of me remember what those rewards were, but they were apparently worth my time because I did it quite a few times. I remember because I even found this particular guy that I thought he was kind of a cool dude. He had some like tips and tricks for particular builds, and I was like, oh, this guy's pretty smart, kind of into it. Now I would probably watch him legitimately for maybe 20 minutes, and then the rest of the 3 hours or whatever that these people play these stream these games for, I kind of put it on mute and let it play in the background. But pretty solid ways of finding people that you might like on Twitch to watch and get these drops for. I think it's a solid strategy.
We're just there for the Gubbins. We're not there to listen to the rants and raves.
Yeah, admittedly, I would not be there if not for the drops.
A lot of people are. There might be at least your select few who are actually like, I'm going to listen to somebody who I at least care to listen to and also be there for their goodies.
I don't know. Well, some people really enjoy watching Twitch, and I can't knock anybody for that. I mean, that's great. Good on ya. I myself, I'm not really into streams or watching somebody else play the video game. I do like, as far as like YouTube videos go, gaming videos, I do like the cinematic edits. I think those are really fun. They're often really funny. They cut it together so that it's maybe around 10 minutes or something of a video. I enjoy that. That's great.
I feel that your own creativity also shines with that. You enjoy it, so therefore that's what you love to create. I noticed that. You're like, I don't want to just record a game. I want to create a work of art.
I like when there's a lot of effort put into creating this kind of cinematic entertainment. I don't simply like watching someone play a game because I find it exhausting. Well, not exhausting. It's just not me. It's not for me.
Everybody has their thing, and that's just not yours, and that's okay.
It requires a lot to hold my attention, I suppose.
Needy. So
I know.
needy.
I'm not trying to say that I'm like uppity or anything like that or require like, you know, so much of somebody. I'm just saying it takes a lot to entertain me.
Are you not entertained?
But as far as I can remember, we're kind of in the golden age of getting freebies for all these games because it's just something that was never a thing for the longest time. I can't remember when it started. It seems like it's been so recent over the past few years that people have started making this effort to give more freebies to games to keep people coming back or to appeal to them and make them interested in coming back. And I feel like it's a solid business plan or business model to get more attention. You may disagree, people that do, but you're wrong. So I'm sticking to it.
Yeah. Tell them they're all wrong. That's right. It's a fun little choice for businesses to do. I'd like to see freebies, much like many other people. And let's keep it going.
Keep the freebies coming.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I'm going to eat it up. Num, 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 num. Blizzard, I would like to see them try to bring something up like that and not see like a battle pass.
Right. No more battle passes. No more.
No more battle passes. I see it enough with so many games, which you shouldn't see it from a game that you already pay insurmountable amounts of money. So give me freebies. I pay you
more
enough.
Freebies. More freebies, please. If you enjoy the Merle and Locke podcast, please consider becoming a patron by going to patreon.com/merleandlocke or simply follow the link in the description. Thank you.